everyone, we're going to be in Phoenix Journal number 27 again, and we're going to be going over the 12th and final deadliest sin of humans, prejudice. First, we will define prejudice: to prejudge, a judgment or opinion formed before the facts are known, especially an unfavorable, irrational opinion. 2. Hatred or dislike for a particular group, race, religion, etc. 3. Injury or damage to a person arising from a hasty and unfair judgment by others. Now, one who is prejudiced is usually also referred to as a bigot, defined as intolerant, prejudiced person. So one who is prejudiced pronounced judgment based solely on their own opinion, which has very little or no basis in truth or fact. For example, in your current society, when Hatton within the Phoenix Journals brings up and exposes the truth about what are the protocols of Zion, what is the true motivation of the ones behind Zionism, how the term Jew was created and is henceforth revealed as a misnomer or incorrect made-up word, he and the publishers are called anti-Semitic. Well, this word anti-Semitic is also used by the ones who are not Judean, but come from the Nordic and Mongol tribes of Russia, who were then called Khazars, who adopted Judaism as their religion to allow shield from identity and thus cause confusion and dissension to further their own anti-Semitic, anti-life, or anti-Christ means. The word, as you have learned in previous Phoenix Journals, Semite, comes from the lineage of one of the sons of the one called Noah. His name was Sem, or Shem, whose ancestor was Adam, the father of the white human race, who was conceived by union of the heavenly son and guardian angel Semyaza, and an earth woman. Shem, or Sem, and his line wherefrom came Joseph, earth father to Emmanuel, or seeded of holy God from his celestial sons. So to call one an anti-Semite does not mean anti-Jew or anti-other races. It means anti-God. Yet, you ones, including the truly godly Judeans, have been programmed by opinion molders created by the evil ones of Satan, who now call themselves Zionist Jews, to falsely believe that those who openly expose and oppose the anti-God activities of Zionism, their agencies such as the ADL, the Mossad, and the State of Israel, are anti-Semites, and therefore to be silenced. Clever indeed have been the ones who wish only to destroy godness and control your world. So you see, dear ones, if you believe the lies of the opinion molders, you too are then prejudiced, and by your own ignorance you become a tool of evil, and allow destruction of self and others who follow you willingly down the road to hell. You've heard it said, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Make sure your good intentions are God's intentions, backed by truth and knowledge, not by opinions designed to allow you to hang yourself. The evil ones are possessed by irrational prejudgment, hatred, and dislike for others, which makes them intolerant or bigoted towards those who oppose their self-willed opinions of how things are or should be. As was discussed under the first deadly sin of pride, if the one possessed of evil first cannot seduce others into believing what is their destructive and manipulative false view of things, they will then desire and seek to destroy the ones of goodness and integrity because of the evil ones' own tolerant, bigoted will. Now we would like to give clarification unto one struggling to understand the meaning of Hatton's statement of truth. There are no victims, there are only volunteers. I, Sananda, and many of the hosts of God Hatton were present this weekend past with our speakers Desiree and George Green Our beloved student Desiree repeated that statement to the group attending this seminar introducing the Phoenix Journals. We observed a very precious one unto us, and God Aton struggle with this concept. He asked 2 questions which we would like to bring clarification on. But before we start, please let us give understanding of intent and purpose of these 2 God Aton speakers. Our beloved George brings the sharing of his life experiences with intent to introduce and bring understanding of the truth he recognizes within the journals. He has much experience with speaking before groups and of being a target for criticism. He is the solid rock who gives strength to the others of our mission because he moves fearlessly ahead in focused devotion for bringing light and truth where there is ignorance, in spite of the slings and arrows thrust at him, and Desiree, Dharma, and O'Burley, and all the others of our circle. He brings you this earthly perception of understanding which he hopes you ones can relate with and further investigate for yourselves. Editor's note. For those who know what has happened to George and Desiree, this is a good lesson of what can happen to ones who fail to ask for the shield of God to be kept around them at all times, with the intent for service unto others. End note. Desiree brings the balance of the spiritual lessons that God Aton has presented within her. She stands in representation and humble service unto truth, that you may relate to her humanness, and to allow further godly clarity and understanding of your divine heritage. Will they occasionally err in their projections of facts given in the journals? Of course. They too have limited memory and many volumes to study. We tell you this, that you relate humanly with these ones and recognize that the errors of details are minor, as the integrity of these blessed ones is integrity of divine godness. They have come in humble service as God Aton's human physical messengers to introduce the word and plant the seeds of awakening within you ones. It is then up to each to read the journals for yourselves. Make your own discernment of truth, and thusly make the changes within and without to change of the evil circumstances before you. Do not expect these ones or any others to spoon-feed it to you and discern it for you. We will not. Desiree, in her humanness, at times feels unworthy and struggles in agony with her responsibility of how to best reach you. We have instructed her, as has our brother Haton, that she need not prepare for presentation to you ones, because God Aton will give her that which she needs to share. Her ego resists and is afraid that she will somehow forget or say the wrong thing or not hear our instructions and become flustered. She still believes that because she has no earthly training on public speaking, that she cannot possibly be able. We will set her opinions straight, and she is releasing her fear and unworthiness. Please recognize her pure intent, as well as George's, is to bring you the truth in balance so that you can, through godly empowerment of knowledge and wisdom, free yourselves from evil adversary bondage. In time, with practice, she is becoming most able to share within the spontaneity of God's will. And as they together continue to gain balance and harmony as a team, wherever God Aton takes them, as well as the journals in his Aton's service of introducing the word, he too will confront the anti-God adversary until there are no more dark places for the anti-God to hide. The adversary will be exposed for the prejudices created of malicious lies, hatred, and deception, and stand naked before God Aton for self-judgment. Which side will you choose, life or death, God or adversary? Now, In addition, when Desiree shared the diagram of her perception of creation, she told you it was her perception of guidance given to help her see and understand the oneness and unity of all. She wished only to bring you more understanding of oneness. Is the diagram she gave wrong? No. It is simply limited in fullness of understanding by the limits of your languages and perceptions of what is an unlimited state of being. Now, back to our precious brother whom we will call A. You asked of these ones, are you saying then that the blacks volunteered for slavery because there are no victims, only volunteers? Yes, precious ones. Because they chose to play the part of victim by being born or cast into slavery by the white ones. Is slavery wrong? Of course. As you have read, it breaks the 18th law of God and creation. Now, in order to understand and see from the standpoint of oneness of spirit, you must not see yourself as of black or white or male or female, but as a fragment of God Aton. All of you, regardless of the body you now inhabit, have played or are playing the part of victim or victimizer throughout your lifetimes of experience. Why did you volunteer for victimhood, or to be victimizer? Because you became lost in your illusion, and many have repeated through cause and effect of continual prejudiced behavior and not understanding or remembering your God power and the truth of oneness. The same lessons over and over again. You become victims as a result of being false, prideful, and prejudiced and you volunteer as victimizers because you are false, prideful, and prejudiced. Are you not tired of this illusion of separation from source, precious students? We hope so, because many of you have been and still are playing the part of victim or victimizer by choice to remain ignorant of truth. So what will you have left to volunteer for? Service to what is God's will in love, harmony, balance, and freedom. We offer you choice by offering you the truth of your folly so that you may leave your illusion forever and come home to oneness of God Aton once again. The one who feels superior to others because he is white, black, or brown, or male, or female is prejudice. The one who feels chosen of specialness to God because he follows Christian or Judean or Hindu or Muslim or Buddhist religions is prejudice. Do you see, precious ones? It matters not to God what color be your skin, what sex be your form, or what religious doctrine you follow. Those are labels of manifested illusion. What is real is the spirit of Father, Mother, God, and the creation which exists in all of you. It matters not to God if you call yourself Muslim or Christian or atheist. What matters is how you think and how you behave toward yourself and your brethren, regardless of what they label themselves. Do you seek the harmony and balance of love and unity? Do you live your life in accordance to the natural laws of balance given forth? Or do you seek to feel yourself separate and superior or inferior to others, such as by class, by color, or by religion? That is prejudice, friends. Do you openly disregard the laws given forth as outdated or false, which means you are prejudiced because you don't know or refuse to understand the facts of logic, which is the foundation of these laws given forth for balance? You see, students, to be an Israeli, meaning chosen of God, is to live in accordance to God's will in light, unity, love, wisdom, truth, balance, and harmony. Israel is not a place. It is a state of being. I am, of oneness and balance of holy divine God and the creation. The other question asked by my beloved brother A was along this line. I was taught that Jesus was dark-skinned and curly-haired, yet in several of the journals there is a picture which depicts him as fair-skinned with dark hair. Why? First, beloved A, do not become distracted by images of appearance. I, Sananda, who you once called Jesus, was born of Judean parents of fair skin. My seed was of the lineage of Raziel. a descendant of the sons of heaven. The guardian angel Gabriel then brought my seed and inseminated Mary. It matters not what form I took. Your concern from the confusion of images presented to you of my being, precious ones, is that you fear you will not recognize me when I return in manifested format. Fear not, beloved A. You of my brothers will know me. Not my image, necessarily, but my being, my energy, my oneness with my father Aton. Blessings be unto this precious one who asks in sincere intent that truth be given unto him. For his questions were asked in behalf of many, and when ye ask of God Aton, you shall receive your answer in the truth and wisdom of the one that is, I am. We will now close this document and this journal, that you precious students, our brothers and sisters, will have before you the wondrous tools of recognition of that which is life and of God Aton, and that which is separation, darkness, ignorance, and death of spirit within, the Antichrist, anti-God, Satan, adversary. May you now, from this moment of eternity, wisely understand and follow the laws laid forth herein, that you may witness and participate in the unlimited spiritual co-creation and freedom which is yours, if you but align yourself in the balance of oneness, which is harmony, love, power, wisdom, and truth, the will of your Father God Aton. So be it. We are Sananda, Lord Michael, Saint Germain, Druthia, your host sent of God, Holy God Aton, in his service and in your service of light and of truth. We come along with our many cosmic brothers angels of light because we all love you and is the will of our Father and spiritual ruler God Aton, for we all are but one within the creation. Thank you.